Hi everyone, I'm Peggy Rometo and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so hopefully you guys have gotten accustomed to this routine of being able to slow down, take a moment before the beginning of each week to kind of see what's up for ourselves and to be able to notice what do we need to bring forward this week, what do we need to pay attention. And as we go through this process, we're letting go of what we think we know so that the universe can provide us with additional information. And to do this, we just take a few deep breaths, let go, and just open to what's possible. Okay, so I invite you to do that with me. So let's go ahead and begin. Just closing your eyes, drawing your attention inward, going into the heart, down to the center of the earth, then 3 long breaths, inhale and exhale, and then when you let go, really just be in a space of not knowing and become curious. Okay, so let's see what happens. So right away, what's coming up is that we're gonna. So it's a good energy. It's a positive energy, and some of the things that we may run up against is a lack of patience with ourself, right? So I feel some of us may become impatient, but it's not really directed outward at other people. It's more directed at ourselves. Like we have expectations of ourselves, or we're frustrated with ourselves, or we're not getting ourselves where we need to be, or things aren't flowing the way that we would like, or we feel this urgency to get things done and they're just taking longer than we want, right? And that could be anything from trying to lose weight to wanting to exercise to needing to have mommy time or me time, right? So it's all these things that we put pressure on ourselves to have life look a certain way. So what you want to do is just let go, right? And just enjoy what is. Enjoy the energy as it's being presented. And that's going to help you be more in the flow and take advantage of what's happening. We have a natural slowing down that's happening with, we just had a brand new moon. So let's start with that. We just had a new moon, and new moon is a great time to plant new seeds, ideas, things that we want to have happen. So it's a great time to push things forward and to let other people know what you're up to. And then we have this little shift that's going to happen with on the 22nd, which, let's see, today's the 18th. So in a couple of days, we'll have this shift where Mercury goes retrograde. And what that means is the planet Mercury slows down, essentially. And that is in charge. It affects our Earth, affects our world with communication and electronics. And you may believe this, or you don't have to believe this, the same way you believe in gravity, but it does affect us. Now, from a spiritual point of view, we're supposed to be able to rise above this, right? We're supposed to be able to do and conquer whatever we're supposed to need to conquer because we've got God on our side. Depending on how intuitive and how dialed in you are, that's hopefully true. However, we are ruled by the schematics of the physical earth. So I just try not to go against it. I just try and go with the flow. So there is a natural slowing down that happens with that energy. And it's a really good time where we're drawn to go inside. It's a great time for creative writing. It's a great time to go back and redo and reflect. Now, if you're somebody who has a job in sales, this is a great time to go back and look at all the clients in the past that you've sold and go back and sell them new things. If you're somebody who's got a lot of stuff that, that's sitting in a garage, it's a great time to do a garage sale and get rid of it. If you're somebody who wants to go through your clothes and get rid of things, it's a terrific time to sell things. It is not a great time to buy things, and especially electronics, because of that, and because of Mercury ruling communication, it can screw up our communication, which also means that we want to be sensitive to that. We want to make sure that our communication is clear. We want to make sure that people understand what we're saying. So it's important to double check and triple check communication. And it's also not really ideally a great time to sign contracts. But however, if we need to sign contracts because we have to do business, just double check and triple check things. Okay, so that's just a kind of a general rule of thumb that's happening, and that ends April 15th. So it happens a couple times a year, gives us a chance to slow down, regroup, and kind of like recalibrate our own energy. And that may be where the impatience comes up, because we want to be moving forward and everything's kind of slowing us down. All right, so let's see what else is in store for us this week. This is a really great time to have some fun, to really kind of like actually slow down, take your foot off of the gas, and to be able to look and see where you're at, what you've generated, what you've created. Am I in the right direction? Am I in the right ballpark? Am I doing what I want to be doing? Is this the way I should be, interacting with my kid? Or is the program that I have him on with his teacher the right thing? Or is this the direction I want to go with my professor, right? We all have these different stages of life that we're co-creating. So you want to look and see, this is a great time to notice, am I really where I want to be with this? And am I moving it in the direction that I want to be moving it in? And for those of you that are working on special projects or creating or writing something, this is a great time to kind of like hone in on the things that you want to shift and adjust, like big pieces of information and moving them. It's all a perfect time to be able to do that, and the universe is going to clear your schedule so you can, okay? So what else is in store for us this week? Okay, it's a great time to take care of ourselves. So that may be that you have a medical issue that you need to look at. You may have something you've been meaning to get to and haven't been able to get to it, and now finally you do. Maybe you're supposed to have an annual exam and it finally happens now, right? So sometimes these are opportunities for us to stop and do the things that we don't normally want to do or take time to do. Some of you may be going to the dentist, some of you may be going, these things, these annual exams that we have to do. So it's an opportunity to do it. Don't be afraid of it. Just embrace it and get it done, right? All right. So anything we need to be on the lookout for. Yeah, pay attention to things that kind of stick out, right? So that's really eliciting our intuition. So when somebody says something to you and then something feels off, right? Like, wait, did they just say, there's something wrong with that, right? Or if you're talking to a person on the phone, a client or your boss or a coworker, or even in person, and all of a sudden something they say and you feel that little catch in your body. Wait, did I hear that right? Is that right? That's that retrograde and your intuition letting you know, wait, something's off here. Get more information. Ask it another way. Feed it back to them. I'm sorry, did you say, if I understand this right, you're saying da, 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 right? So, and then what it does is it's just avoiding any problems. So this week you want to really pay attention when you feel that catch in your body, or I don't quite know what they've said. This is really important that you stop and actually ask a question, or stop and feed it back to them. Did you say this? Because of the one, you're being trained with your intuition to do this, and the other, with the retrograde influence, we can actually have a lot of mistakes around communication. So it's really important that you practice that. All right, let's see if there's anything else unusual. Sorry. Yeah, there's this is an opportunity also for us to get closer to people that we love, to share and direct information and communication. They're showing me parents being able to put time in with their kids, or teachers being able to put time in with their students, or boss and employee. It's a great time to be able to learn. It's a great time to be able to do those things that you've been wanting to do that you haven't been able to do, catch up on reading. There's been maybe people that you've wanted to call or you've wanted to go visit. It's a great time to go take some leisure time to go visit. And they're also showing me that a lot of people can get body aches and pain, and so it's a time to take care of yourself. So get yourself into the masseuse, or find yourself to the right chiropractor or acupuncturist, and get those body knots out and taken care of, and things like that you need, so that you can feel good about yourself and you can actually be productive. So this is also a time to slow down and notice what's going on with you and with your body. I do feel like for some of you, there'll be information that comes in for you about your physical body this week that you need to know, that maybe you hadn't been paying attention to, and now it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize that my headaches were connected to my back pain or my neck pain, right? Or I didn't realize that the tension in my jaw has to do with something from my dentist. So it's like being able to connect the dots and have some understanding. So just know that those dots are being connected for you, and you just have to follow through. All right, so let's see if there's anything else or anything unexpected for you this week. Yeah, some of you, here in the U.S., most of us have had a time change, and where we have moved the clocks forward, so which means some of us are still catching up on that sleep. So you may find yourself wanting to go to sleep. You may find yourself needing extra time. Take it. Now you've got some time in the schedule to be able to do that. And for those of you that think, no, I don't have time, I've got to just keep pushing, I got to keep doing as much as I can. Just know that when you don't honor the flow, right? Shit happens. So just be aware you could be making a bigger mess than slowing down. When we try and go against it and we work as hard and intense as we can, we sometimes create a bigger mess for ourselves. So just be aware, asking yourself, the questions, do I really need to work that late? Do I really need to work on Saturday? Do I really need to have to do this at this time, right? So just pay attention to the energy and honor it. And if you do, because some of us do, right? Some of us work for other people. Some of us have deadlines, and they're there irregardless of what's happening energetically. So if that's the case, you just want to honor yourself. Take smaller breaks, be a little more organized, get people on the same page as you so that things are more in the flow and there's less friction. The more you can avoid the friction, the less strain you'll become, and you'll keep your energy up. Okay? All right, so let's see if there's any other words of wisdom here for you this week. Yeah, this is a really enjoyable energy. You really want to honor this energy. This is a great time. You can spend more time with people. You can have fun. This weekend can be really great. We've got these big marches out there. It's a time when communities can come together. You just want to also be aware of the miscommunication that can happen, right? Or the misinformation that's out there. So don't believe everything that gets put out, all right? So just be aware that it's a big time when communication can be screwed up. But as far as camaraderie and unity, it is a good time to reconnect, to go and spend time with people that you love. This weekend can be a really great recharging energy for you and your partner or for you and your family. So be sure to spend time with the people that you love, because it's an energy that really is going to sustain you and fulfill you and carry you through next month. All right, you guys, have an amazing week. Enjoy this energy. It's really soothing. It's cathartic. It's healing. It can move you forward. It can help you see things about yourself that you hadn't had time to see before, because you're actually slowing down and you're actually noticing what needs to be improved or what needs to be pushed forward. So it's a really wonderful energy. So enjoy it. Take care of yourself and have an amazing week, everybody.